Assalamualaikum, good day and good morning to all. So for today's topic, we shall look into topic 2, part 2, ecological sustainability. So for this chapter, our learning objective is first, we shall identify what does it mean by ecological sustainability. Moving on, we shall look into what are the core requirements in order to achieve this ecological sustainability. And last but not least, we shall look into what are the strategies towards ecological sustainability. So in previous class, we have already covered on the resources extraction. So for this topic, we shall look into what is ecological sustainability. So according to United Nations World Commission on Environment and Development, ecological sustainability is about acting in a way to ensure that future generation have natural resources available to live and equal. So if not better, the way of life as current generation. So while it may not be universally accepted, the United Nations definition is pretty standard and it has been expanded over the years to include perspective on human needs and also well-being. So this is also including the non-economic variables such as educations and health, clean water and clean air, and also the protection of natural beauty. So what I can orang kata apa, simplify lah kan, ecological sustainability ni is includes everything that is connected with the earth ecosystem. So among other things, this include the stability of the climate system itself, the quality of the air, the quality of the land, the quality of the water, the quality of the land that has been used, and also the biodiversity, ataupun kita kata biodiversity ni is the diversity of both species and also habitat, flora dan fauna lah, like ecosystem services, for example like pollination, photosynthesis. So when it comes to this ecological system ataupun ecosystem, it is often possible to give a quite good definition of sustainability. So kita kata ecological sustainability ni sangat subjektif lah. So basically orang kata ecological sustainability ni, it relates to a few functioning of the earth lah. Include which is like water, and then we have air, and we have land, biodiversity and ecosystem services macam saya cakap tadi lah kan. Dia ada pollination, photosynthesis, water purification, climate control. So ecological sustainability sometimes includes human health to that extent it is affected by the external environment in terms of pollutants, macam pencemaran air, pencemaran udara dan juga pencemaran bunyi. So in order for us to achieve the ecological sustainability, we need to conserve the productivity of the waters, to conserve the quality of the soil as well as the ecosystem in the long term basis. Moving on, environmental sustainability is the capacity to improve the quality of human life while living within the carrying capacity of the Earth's supporting ecosystem. So according to International Union for Conservation of Nature, they define that orang kata apa, ecological sustainability is driven by the fact that the global production and consumption patterns are destroying the nature at persistent and dangerously high rates. So environmental sustainability is about stabilizing the current disruptive relationship between the earth, two most complex system, the human culture and also the living world. So this definition was provided by one of the environmentalists known as Paul Hawken in 2020, who has written about the realization which the science behind that we are using and also we are destroying the earth's resources faster that the resources can be generated and also replenished. So, the maintenance of the life support system ada dua. Number one, the maintenance of the life support system, which is referring to the climate system, nutrient cycling, etc. So this is order for us to achieve a healthy geophysical logical state. And number two is the achievement of the natural extinction rate. So kita dah, in the previous class, kita dah sentuh tentang resources extraction, and you already understand what are the four types of natural resources. So the rate that applies between the major extinction events triggered things such as large meteor strike, ice age, and also the invasion of humans not culturally adapted to the maintenance of ecological sustainability in the local context. Moving on, we shall look into what are the core requirements to achieve ecological sustainability. So there are two core requirements in order to achieve eco-sustainability. Number one, the diversity of life and the basis of its productivity must be maintained. And number two, the society must organize itself so this ecological sustainability is easy to be achieved. So, in order to be maintained, the diversity of life and the basis of its productivity must not be systematically diminished. So, the diversity of life and the basis of its productivity must not be systematically diminished by number one, the ecosystem manipulation and disruption, number two, renewable resources harvesting, and number three, flows of materials or energy into ecosphere from the earth's crust or from industry. Second core requirement to achieve ecological sustainability is that the society must organize itself so this ecological sustainability can be achieved. So society must have the capability and also resilient to solve and also to prevent the major problem in time to time, which is it is referring to the equity principle. So society's aggregate use of resources and land must be ultra frugal. And next, material flows into and out of the society must not systematically increase or abuse. Therefore, this previous two condition is required a closed cycle economy, dematerialization, and also geographical containment. So, the human population must be sustainable. So, dematerialization. Kat sini Miss nak highlightkan perkataan dematerialization. So, basically, dematerialization is defined as the reduction of the quantities of material being used in order to orang kata apa? In order to maintain our economic function, ataupun kita kata kat sini circular economy lah. So for example, orang kata apa, for example of the materialization tu adalah the transition from physical CD, penggunaan cakra padat, dan juga orang kata apa, kereta surat khabar to the digital MP3 and mobile application. Sekarang kita ada Spotify. So maksudnya you dah tak perlu dah nak beli CD, kaset bila nak dengar lagu. Sekarang semua ada dekat mobile apps. Spotify, Joox, you ada macam-macam apps kan. So itu kita kata dengan dematerialization. So dematerialization ni basically kita kata mengurangkan penggunaan barang tu kan, sesuatu material tu untuk diguna pakai. So on the other hand, for example like the usage of plastics in Malaysia. So, can you imagine if the plastic in Malaysia is keep being continued be used by these people, memang 10 years, orang kata apa, 10 tahun yang akan datang, kita memang tak akan pun ada budaya recycling that plastic. So, circular economic is a systematic approach in order for orang kata apa, in order for the state ataupun sesebuah kerajaan dalam sesuatu negara tu to reduce the usage of materials because of number one, due to orang kata apa, it is to design the reduction of waste and also to reduce the pollution. Number two, to keep the orang kata apa, to keep the material to keep the material used in a minimize, orang kata minimize rate, maksudnya kadar penggunaan sesuatu material tu berkurangan lah. And number three, to regenerate the natural system. We all know the implications of emissions and also climate change can be massive day by day. Therefore, the society must organize itself so that this ecological sustainability can be achieved. The last subtopic, the strategies for ecological sustainability. So there are four strategies for ecological sustainability. Is number one is the policy. So society should be ecologically sustainable. So there are 8 objectives in the ecological sustainability in terms of policy. So ecological sustainability must not be undermined by systematic. This is because number one, to increase the concentration in nature of substance that come from the earth crust, iaitu fossil fuels lah, or are produced by the society, like kata apa, pokok-pokok, tumbuh-tumbuhan dan juga livestock. Number two, to increase the manipulation or harvesting of nature. Number three, fail to restore the ecological basis for biodiversity and ecological productivity. Therefore, society must make it easy to achieve system by fulfilling the number one until number three. So, kalau you tak fulfill number one, number two, number three, maksudnya kita masih tak mencapai that objective lagi. So, proceed with number 4. Society has the capability and also resilience to solve and preferably prevent its major problems in the timely fashion. Next, material flows from nature in and out of the society do not increase systematically. Betul. Number 6, society aggregates use of resources and land is ultra fragile. Next, and number 7, the human population does not increase systematically. And last but not least, the speed and also the scale of responses is adequate. So, kalau kita tengok 8 objektif ni, the first objective adalah requirement yang pertama. Betul tak? The diversity of life and the basis of its productivity must be maintained. So daripada nombor 1 sampai nombor 2, nombor 3 tu merupakan core requirement yang pertama. So yang nombor 4 sampai 8 adalah core requirement yang kedua. So basically this objective are a bit similar with the explanation on the subtopic of core requirements. Moving on, we have action plan. So in action plan, we have targets and also action. So in targets, we have 9 stretch goals. So society should aim for number 1, zero extinction. Number 2, zero climate change. Number 3, zero soil degradation. Number 4, zero waste, followed by zero pollution. And number 6, the efficiency use of resources. Number 7, zero net greenhouse emission. Number 8, zero enrichment on nature. And last but not least, 75% of land for nature. So this is only orang kata apa, 9 targets, 9 stretch goal under orang kata apa, just on the surface. Moving on, the action plan also we have 15 actions ataupun kita kata strategi lah. So, as a society, we should take action to, number 1, to contain human activity. We do not encroach, we do not boost land. Orang kata apa, in recklessly. So, patutnya bila kita melakukan sesuatu, macam contoh logging activity, we need to be efficient lah in doing so. Number 2, tread lightly. This is especially for nature. Regarding in climate change, dia more kepada specifically related to climate change, also the restore habitat. So bila you every each day logging activity is actually causing the harm towards the wild animal habitat. Number 4, dematerialization. Yang ni yang macam Miss cakap tadi tu kan, daripada penggunaan cakra padat, CD, and then surat khabar, and then MP3. Lepas tu kita sekarang ada music apps. In our mobile phone, we have Spotify, we have Joox, and then kita ada iTunes, so on and so forth. Maksudnya kita dah tak perlu pakaikan material-material untuk membuat barangan seperti CD, kaset, so on and so forth. So itu kita kata dengan dematerialization, the reduction of the usage of material. Next, number 5, we need to create a closed cycle economy ataupun kita kata circular economy. So, bila kita kata circular economy ni, you ingat macam recycle punya kitaran recycle. Maksudnya you design and material use. You gunakan balik benda yang sama. Number 6, we need to use the renewable resources. So this already covered in chapter 2, part 1. Number 7, design for no toxic no toxicity. Number 8, to protect people from the environmental threat. Number 9, to strive for sustainable population. So if not we will be affected, like in Indonesia lah, they have to move their administration to Kalimantan due to flood dekat Jakarta sebab terlalu occupied sangat. Next, number 8, protect people from, number 10, green up business, ataupun kita kata kat sekarang adalah green economy, green up lifestyle. So basically you can referring to Uniqlo, how they make clothes by using sustainable materials. Next, number 12, green up culture. So basically all these companies and also organization in Malaysia, they have their own corporate social responsibility program that very enforcing ataupun enlighten the sustainable development, such as Samsung, what else, Panasonic, ada banyak. Number 13, to boost up the social and also economic capability. Number 14, to encourage ecological take-off in the society. And last but not least, to achieve a great result in desirable speed and scale. So memang in order for us to achieve this ecological sustainability, it does take time because it's a long-term process. Therefore, society brings a lot of values and also functions to achieve this ecological sustainability. So this is just a short discussion. So I need you to assume, if you are the policymaker in the future, how do you implement and how do you operate these action plans in order to achieve the ecological sustainability?